Hi crafters, how are you? I hope you are having a splendid afternoon. It's a bit grey here.
It is.
But we're all colourful on the inside,
Exactly.
of course.
And do you know what? If it's grey outside, stay in and craft.
It's great craft. I always say that. If it's raining, crafting weather, of course. Welcome to our incredible show. My name's Carly Dove, and this is, of course, the exquisite Ali Reeves, and she's going to be showing you some amazing bookbinding this hour.
Yeah, including the secret one.
Yeah, super, super exciting. So let me tell you how to shop. Really, really simple. Basically, I will give you a code. For instance, shop secret. You type it into the comments. Then we give you a link in your personal messages. With a link, you click on it, you go straight to our website, it will give you your basket. Now, if you've never shopped with Live Shopping VIP before, Ali's got her own brand shop there as well. So you can pop along, have a look and have a browse. But if it's your very, very first time, if you register, now it's completely free to register, 10% off your first order. So fill your boots.
Not to be sniffed at.
Not to be sniffed at all, is it? So just pop it in the comments. You've got till 8 p.m. this evening to check out. Obviously, our videos are available all the time.
Yeah.
But these prices and, of course, these deals are only available for today till 8 p.m. Right, shall we start this end?
We shall.
We shall. Okay, so this is an incredible piece of kit. This is Shop Press, and that's what you'll put in the comments. $39.99. Now, for me, how do you make professional glued notepads with that easy tearability?
Yeah.
Ready, beautifully done. I mean, party favours, whether you're a crafter or whether you're professional.
If you're a watercolourist, print off your pictures and instead of doing cards, do notebooks. Because people will keep a notebook. And because of the way it folds around at the back, put your name and address on there so people know where to get you. Shall I show you how easy it is to use while we're at it?
Go on then.
I just need to move.
Look, it's so exciting. Here she goes. Right. So this is Shop Press. Only $39. No, I'll just move my little idiot notes. $39.99.
It lays down on the counter like that.
Okay.
And then if you're doing a tear-off notebook, you want some paper.
Yep.
And you want a piece of board. Now that could be a recycled envelope. That could be
cereal box. Literally.
Cereal box.
Yeah.
And you can put it in that way, or you can put it that way. I am going to put it with the board on the top, only because the board sometimes snags a little bit on the MDF, a little bit of friction. So by having it on the top, it means I don't have to worry about that. So just loosen this up. This slides it.
There we go.
Okay, into there. Then you butt it all up, give it a little knock.
Yep. Tighten it up
Tighten it up. You don't have to go tight, but just tight enough so that it's going to grip it.
So it's not going to move anywhere.
Yeah. So just give it a look. That's not moving.
Okay.
Then you stand it up, flick that across.
That's so clever.
Oh,
that's probably my tightening, not tight enough.
Okay. And also we are reaching. So it'll all be perfectly lined up with the right height. You smear your glue on, which means that it will splay out very slightly, meaning that the glue goes just inside so that you grab your paper. You know, when you open a paperback book,
so you haven't got to go individually.
No, you just
on the spine.
Yeah, and it will automatically go inside, and then.
Wow.
Now this might not be because it slipped a little bit. This won't be, but this when you do it properly. This has got plastic inside, so you put the plastic either side, and that goes over, and it is the perfect height to grip that while the glue dries.
Oh, I love that.
Then just leave that for the glue to dry, and then when it comes out, you've got your book like that, and then you just make the cover for it.
It's so professional.
But if you want to make this into a paperback book, you can put some tapes across it, and then you can cover it normally like a normal.
Absolute perfection. You need this in your life, my friends. Now, this is made in-house as well, isn't it?
And it comes to you ready built.
Lovely. So I haven't got to...
No, you haven't got to build it. I'll build it.
Yay.
Well, Paul and I.
Yeah, Paul and you. So Shop Press today, and that's $39.99. Incredible value, but I just love the professionalism of having a notebook that could be landscape or portrait, and to have that professional
And if you've got
edge.
a really good guillotine,
Yeah.
you can do one big one and then slice it up into little ones. So you can be quite sort of
frugal with that as well.
frugal and economic with your time.
Of course. Fabulous. You need to get that in your basket straight away. This is almost like the tips and hacks of how to book, isn't it, to make your books?
So all of these are backed up with YouTube tutorials.
Brilliant.
And I do run workshops on it as well. So, if you ever want to come along and do a workshop. But I don't say, once you've done this, you'll be able to make books. I'm not saying you can apply to the British Library and repair their books. I'm not saying that. But what you'll be able to do is make all sorts of books for your crafting needs.
Yeah.
It is based on a 750-year-old style of binding.
Tried and tested,
Tried and tested. But Paul craftified it.
Yeah.
So he made it for a crafter. So it has a little drawer that fits inside that
Nice.
holds all the bits and pieces that you need to use it. This folds flat so you can carry it around like a little briefcase.
Lovely.
With the drawer safely inside. And you can make any book up to A4, as many signatures as you want. You can make junk journals out of all sorts of manners of things.
It's shop frame. This is $59.99 today.
And can I tell you a little story?
Oh, please do.
Right, so when I had to do bookbinding at college. Every presentation we did had to be a hand-bound book.
Perfectly, of course.
And we learned how to do it. So you stitched your signatures onto a piece of fabric and used those to attach inside.
Yeah.
Mine were always wonky, and I hated making multi-signature books.
Yeah.
I saw a sewing frame, or stitching frame as it's sometimes called, and it was £250. And I said, I really want one of those because it's going to make my making books easier. And he went, paying that for it. I'll make you one.
I love that. That's brilliant.
So he did. And he made it better because it covered all the options, like the fact I want to make a book that size, I want to make a book that size, I want to make a triangular book, I want to make a book in a bottle, I want to make a book in a button.
Look at this, a book in a button. This is happiness encapsulated for me.
I'm going to make one for Carly for her apron.
I need this in my life. I wouldn't write in it because it's just too
Yeah.
good. It's
I know,
too nice.
none of my books are written in, by the way.
Look at this. Look at this bottle.
So message in a bottle.
But look, how ingenious is that? Absolutely breathtaking. And of course, like you said, multiple different sizes if you want. I mean, it looks like a slice of cheese, but I love it.
Well, it was a napkin, and to me, napkins are triangular, so therefore my book had to be triangular. Don't question how my brain functions.
Yeah, but I love that. Just think how nice they'd sit all together.
But then again, you could make 4 and make them up so that they make a square, and you could have the 4 seasons.
Oh, yes.
You could do what's called a do-si-do book, which is where you have one book going one way, one book going the other, so you can turn your journal over to day and night, there's all sorts of different variations you can do. I did a gatefold book the other day, so one book open that way, one book open that way.
Cool.
All of it, I can do all of it.
On this machine, incredible. And this is shop frame, only $59.99 today. And do you know what I love about it? It's got a handle as well, isn't it? So when it does all close down,
so
it's like a case.
So that all goes in the drawer goes in the side, then this closes down over the top, and off you go, you can carry it.
That is absolutely incredible.
And the reason he did the drawer is because I think he knows what crafters are like. He's like, you'll just lose all the bits. Whereas if you put them in the drawer and put them away...
Safe. Yeah, keep them safe, exactly. We was talking before we come on to air, and I was saying about, for Christmas, I bought my daughter one of those anxiety book frames. So it's like bookshelves, but you shake it, and then you can put them all back
then you have
together.
to rearrange them.
And she was saying she's going to make one, her own, but look how darling these are. You could write really big secrets in a little book, couldn't you?
Well, see, that was on the back of a stamp. So when someone says to you, what you know about something, you could fit on the back of a stamp. Yes, I could, because I've got a whole book on the back
Oh, I love that. That's incredible.
But they make jewellery as well. I mean, that's how that started, that was going to be a pendant.
That could be a pendant. It could be a hair clip. It could be, absolutely incredible. Beautiful. So that is shop frame. $59.99 today. That's a really good saving on that as well. Now, we briefly went over this in our last hour. Did you catch us this morning? We was a bit later.
Yes, so thank you, M1.
Later than intended, because the princess turned up fashionably late. I do believe her carriage had sagas.
No, we just sat on the lovely foggy morning to sit on the motorway.
At the back of a lorry.
Yeah, I couldn't even have a good view. Literally back of the lorry. It was fun watching the lads in the outside lane in their Ford Fiesta messing about.
Oh, were they?
Oh, they got out, had a wander round.
Did they?
You know, the usual.
Shenanigans on the motorway. So this is your cradle. Now, this is so cost effective. This is only $14.99. I'm just going to double check that price. Yeah, cradle, $14.99. And you did show us in the earlier show exactly how to use this, but I'm sure you will just recap that as well. But to create them holes and use your stitching like having another pair of hands.
It's literally like having another pair of hands. This is also designed to fold flat, and I always say to people, fold it flat when not in use.
Yeah.
Because what happens is it becomes a letter rack. You start putting things in it, and then you don't use it. So fold it flat. It's ever so easy to put together.
Keep it flat.
Yeah, and then it's ready to use. So yeah, on this one I've put beads on the outside.
I love that.
So you can have it very tactile. I think you'll also appreciate these ones as well.
Oh,
so this was a vintage clutch bag that started to disintegrate. So I quickly reinforced it on a piece of board, and then I've stitched it into a
Do you know what? I love the amount of upcycling you do.
Oh, it's,
especially memory books.
Yeah.
People that have passed over. If you've got a jumper, you've got a blouse that's got that beautiful lace on, something like that.
I had a chap come to a bookbinding workshop, and he specifically came because he was going to use his father-in-law's shirt.
Look at the goosebumps.
Yeah,
Oh, I love that.
A book for his mother-in-law. So not even his mother, his mother-in-law, and I just thought that was so special.
Yeah, that is really special. And things like this, when you make something like this, you can't buy this. No. You can't, you know.
And I mean, okay, I don't even know whose clutch bag it was.
It doesn't matter.
It's just that embroidery, and you can see how close it was getting.
Yeah, it was
that was nearly gone.
You would have lost that if you left it any longer.
Then, you know, that is exquisite.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Absolutely ingenious. So $14.99 for your cradle to be able to pierce your holes and help you with your sewing of your spine.
It's literally, it's like having it is really like having an extra pair of hands.
Oh, look at this one
So
too.
that was the other side of the clutch bag. Again, you can see how close we were to losing that embroidery.
Yeah, you didn't have long on that at all. But to be able to create exquisite keepsake books that will last forever.
Yeah, and the other thing, stitching together cards.
Yeah.
Because, you know, then all the greetings come on the same bit, so you're likely to sit and read them. Somebody will pick up a book. But also, if you're having a special occasion, golden wedding anniversary, instead of everybody going out and buying cards, buy one really special card, or even better, make a really special card. And instead of just putting an insert in, stitch a few pages in,
so
then pass it round to everybody so they can write a meaningful message in it, and then you've got a keepsake, not just a card that's going to go in a box on a shelf.
Yeah, and be lost forever. It's an incredible way of encapsulating memories, creating your own books, and of course, no matter what you're creating, you can sell as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is fabulous. So that is Shop Cradle, and we'll be having a look at that in a little while. But this is really exciting. This is Shop Secret. Now, it's a secret between me, you, and the team, and obviously our friends at home. So we've got Lauren, who's on production. We've got Sophie on cameras today, this afternoon, and of course myself and Ali. But this is Shop Secret. Super affordable, £19.99 today with a £10 saving. Explain what we get, my love.
Right, so this is a kit to introduce you to the Secret Belgian Bind, which is a way of binding a book, but it's nice because actually you bind the cover and then you can insert the book in. So to make it easy for you, so that we're focusing on just the bind, you get 2 lots of the skinny covers, 2 lots of the A5 and the spines. And then I've given you just some shop-bought notepads to go in that you can attach in. So you're going to get these beautiful notebooks with these fabulous personalised covers on. But the idea being that's 4 for you to practice on. But then you're going to have learned the bind, the important thing, the Secret Belgian Bind.
Yeah.
And then that means you can make books out of anything you want. One of my favourite things to do, and I put mine somewhere safe so I can't find it, which is actually get old damaged hardback books, pierce the holes the same as explained on the bind and then make new book covers out of old book covers. So, but these are the size. Carly's got the size of the ones that you're actually going to make on your practice ones.
So create your own journals.
Yeah, and you can just glue in the notepads that we give you so that you don't have to worry about inserting the pages. There is a YouTube that backs it all up to explain it. And it does show you if you want to add your own pages, because you can make these into junk journals. And the nice thing with them is they lay perfectly flat when they're open. Yeah. So really good as journals. And also, because of the way the spine is, you've got that room for bulking out.
Yeah.
So
have a look at this. How beautiful is this?
So it doesn't have to be a book.
How incredible is that?
But it's the same bind.
I love this. And the funny thing is, you know me so well, you're like, you're going to like this.
You'll like that one.
Now, we've had some emails. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the show. Hi, Wendy. Hi, Elaine. Hi, Kathy. Kathy said she's got this cradle. It makes punching holes incredibly, perfectly and easy. Love making books.
Excellent.
Hi, yeah, late to the party, Jacqueline. Don't worry, my darling. There's always time. The questions will win. Was that this morning's show? Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
We had no idea what that was all about.
I haven't seen this afternoon's yet.
So, like I said,
suggest having Google open on a window.
Good idea. Just open the page. If you are brand new to the channel, welcome to Live Shopping VIP. Really, really simple process. We will give you the code of the item, the name of the item. You type it into the comments, and then that will go straight into your basket. We will message you very simply. Click on the link, go straight there. If it's your first time shopping with us at Live Shopping VIP, have a look on the website. Ali's got a brand shop. It's a bit cool. Also, if you register, you do get an extra 10% off today. Right, I'm going to do one question before we start. Because last time we was in a rush, weren't we?
Yeah.
I kept forgetting.
You need time to...
You need time to Google.
We're not going to lie.
I'm not bright enough, to be honest. Which orchestra is Britain's oldest professional one, founded in 1858?
And it's not the one I thought. That might help you.
Pop your answers in the comments, and once we've gone through all three questions, we will pop everything into a hat and we will pick a winner. And what will they win today?
I think they can win a Belgian bind.
Oh, how nice.
This one, so it'll come to you undecorated. So your homework will be to decorate it.
Lovely. So tell me, how do we start? So this kit is $19.99 and shop secret.
And you've got you get in the kit enough to make 4 books, but after you've made the 4, you'll then have the knowledge to make them out of other things.
Of course.
And the reason I did 4 is because that gets you into the rhythm.
Yes.
First time you do it, you're going to probably think, oh, this is a bit, but by having 4, you've got the chance to practice.
Perfect.
So it is made up of 2 covers and a spine.
Lovely.
Now, again, for your first time of doing it, I wouldn't do any decorating at this point. Once you're more confident, you can paint these up and things, but you need to make sure that you've got those holes.
Of course. So would you use the cradle maybe if you wanted to put pages in it as as away from the
Yeah,
memos?
you would. When you're doing the cradle puts the holes in a crease. These are for the covers are offset, so you just use your normal hole punch, your crocodile or something like that.
Lovely.
If you are going to then put pages in, not using the pad, you would use the cradle then.
Okay.
But if you're just going to stick it round existing thing, and the reason I put these pads in is so that you can quickly make some nice things and learn this bind. But then when you come to make your own, you can decide what size your covers are. You just need to count how many holes you've got.
Perfect.
Okay. Right, so I tend to, because we need to be able to get round all sides, I overhang across the edge of the table a little bit so I can get to both sides of this.
Good idea.
And I've just put some string, and I have put it on a needle just to make it easy. If whatever you're using to bind with,
could you use the shoelace?
Yes, you could, because you've got the plastic bit around the end. Yeah, so you can literally bind the end yourself. So so you have it as if you got the book open.
Yeah.
And the holes close to each other. On the tutorial as well, it shows you that you can get fancy with your holes as well.
Oh.
But on these practice ones, don't get fancy with your holes.
Okie doke.
Because it does use a lot. So I'm just going to drop my needle through. I have got a ridiculously long length of string here just to give myself...
Now, this is baker's twine, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's just, I mean, I sometimes use the garden twine. Then while it's there, I just take a little clip, okay, and I clip it to my cover. So now I can pull against it, and I'm not going to worry about, I'm going to unravel.
Okie doke.
Okay, so I've gone out down the hole. I'm going to come up the slot, round the spine, and back up.
Now, there is tutorial videos on YouTube, so check them out. Obviously, if you get lost yourself at home, it will just make it seamless.
Yeah, and you can pause and make sure. Right, so I've come up the hole. I'm now going to go back. This is why, by the way, this is why I've got a stupidly long piece of string here, because if I drop that, my needle's not going to fall off the end. Because I've done that before, dropped it, and then you hear ting, ting, ting as the needle rolls across. But by having a long piece, if it drops, the string's long enough. So I've gone down the slot, back up the next slot, okay, down the same hole. Now, the secret to the secret Belgian bind is 2.
Oh,
okay. So everything needs 2. I've been through that hole twice, 2 times. I've now come up here twice. Okay, and I've gone down there twice, and I've come up here twice.
Perfect.
So now I know that that bit of the bind is done. Okay.
Yep.
Give it a little tug. Okay, and now I can start the next one up. So you step up. Now this is the inside, so don't worry if it's not quite as neat as you want, because this is the inside, okay? And the other thing, if you're doing this for the first time, use something round like string, like twine, because when I taught this on the last cruise and we used ribbon, people were
tricky.
It wasn't tricky, but some people liked it to lie perfectly flat, and they were so worried about getting the
getting
ribbon,
it twisted.
Yeah, that they lost track of where they were. So again, that's something to do once you're familiar with your bind. Okay, so remembering that rule of 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, which means I can now jump up.
Love this. This is an incredible set. So you are getting 2 A5 sets, then you're also getting the 2 sort of DL shapes, the memo pads, with all your spines included. And remember that Ali's put in the memo pads and the desk pads to go in the A5 book as well. Such a comprehensive collection, it really is. $19.99, you're saving £10 today. Shop secret. And it is a secret, just us know.
But it's one of those that once you've mastered it, you'll go, oh wow,
I need this.
Right, so let's just a quick check. 2, 2, 2. Let's come up there. Time to jump up.
Love it.
And you can see that it's starting to hold itself together.
I love this. It's
and
ingenious.
It's so much easier working over the side of the table.
Yeah, the edge.
It's only when you get to this end. Now, if you've got one of those brains that can swap things around, if you can read upside down and things like that, when you get to this point, just rotate it round.
Yeah, and work sort of backwards.
Yeah, but not everybody's brain can do that. So just carry on, because what happens is it starts to hold itself together. So when you come to do the last hole, you're fine. But if you are one of those people that can, as I say, read upside down and things, you'd be able to quite easily...
I'm one of them people, you know, when they read things, but they put hundreds of spelling mistakes in it. Yeah. I can still read it.
Oh, I can as well. I don't know whether that's from being an early years teacher as well.
Me too. I thought that as well.
Because it's like when you read the kids,
Yeah, you just
And it's the same as reading upside down, because when you were holding the book for the kids to see the pictures, you used to have to read upside down.
Of course.
So, but I'm not going to flick it round, because I want you to see me go all the way. And if I flick it round, you might say some people...
Their brains don't work that way. That's
honestly, you will just get more muddled because you've suddenly swapped from your left to your right. It's the same as when you try and do something in front of a mirror.
Yeah, it's all backwards and all strange.
So just at the end here, I'm going to do, so you can see, and also you can kind of cheat at the end and just wrap it around like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you want to keep this video of our Facebook Live today. If you are on social, you can share it to your own page and then keep it there, and then you can watch it as many times as you like.
Yeah, I say, and don't forget, and if you find that, you know, I don't know, you forget your socials or something, or you swap socials, it's on YouTube as well.
Perfect.
And of course, on YouTube, it means
big telly,
so you don't have to. Right, so once you get to the end, we're going to knot off. So I'm going to pass under there, create a loop, pull it tight, and I'm going to do that twice just because I can.
What's the secret? Do it twice.
Yeah. Okay. Snip that off, and then I need to knot this same end here so I can undo my clip. Make sure everything's tight. By not with bookbinding, generally you don't knot until the end, because then you're not going to pull a knot through, and also it gives you a chance to tighten things up if you need to.
Well, that's the thing, you've got to have the right amount of tension, haven't you?
Yeah, and also give yourself, when you're doing this for your first couple of times, use something less precious on your thread.
Yeah.
You know, don't use your baker's twine that you've only got a metre of it left. Because you're going to make, you know, you're going to push yourself to get to the end done.
Of course.
Okay, and that's your cover then done. Should we look at the other side?
Oh, look at that.
How pretty does that look? And then that's your cover that you can then just glue your notepad, which we will do. I'm going to put a generous amount of glue.
There we go.
Okay.
Wad it on, give it a squidge.
Give it a squidge, cover that, and there's your little book done. But if you think, size it, that could be a phone.
Of course it
and that's
could.
a tablet cover. That could be
I'm
an
loving
existing, say for example, you've got your favourite paperback book, but it's starting to get a little bit raggedy.
Yep.
Make your covers to fit, around you go.
Brilliant. That's
so
ingenious.
Once you've got the bind, and 4 times of doing it, you'll have got into the rhythm.
You'll be in the
and then
the
you'll
groove,
have
won't
that
you?
bind to use for whatever you want.
I love that. Well done, Ali. That was incredible. How are you thinking about this? Isn't it brilliant? I absolutely adore this. I'm going to do the second question. I'm actually going to be on the right time today. Oh, yeah. Check me out, teacher's pet. Okay. So the first question was, which orchestra in Britain's oldest professional one is British? Oh, start again, honestly. Sometimes I wonder why I even talk.
Yeah, I think it's how it's printed on the page.
Thanks very much.
I
Thank you.
think it's the white writing against
Ali's
the black.
Ali's got my back.
I've got
It's
her.
fine. Which orchestra is Britain's oldest professional one, founded in 1855? Question 2. What is the catapult called in the US? Now, that's what my son calls bras. But
I was also thinking that orchestra, that's not as old as you think, is it?
No, it's not, is it?
That's not old.
That's not proper old, is
No.
it?
Well, bookbinding technique's older than that by about 500 years.
Exactly. Brilliant. I'm just going to quickly go through the back here as well, because if you caught us earlier, we did show you some of these incredible fibres. Now, this is your crystal fibre. So this is slightly more texturous. You're getting 4 balls of each. How many grams?
5.
Oh, 5, sorry. Oh, yeah, because look, it's hidden. It's hidden in the back.
You get 7 grams of each, which doesn't sound very much.
But it's
actually,
a lot.
Yeah,
Look.
because there's no weight to it.
No, exactly. And if you caught our show earlier, you know, check it back, because we was creating some incredible
There'll be a little
textures.
sneak of what we did earlier
Exactly.
in a minute.
So this is your crystal, which is slightly more texturous, more sort of coarser, isn't
Yeah,
it?
it is, yeah.
Then our second one we've got is the angel, and I love this. I'm thinking I could. What do you reckon? That cut, I wouldn't get that shine though.
No.
I wouldn't get that iridescentness, would I?
And I mean, it's just, I don't think there's anything else like it in the craft. I mean, we have our glitters, we have our embossing powders, we have our sparkly paints and our micas, but there's nothing quite as sparkly as this.
It's brilliant, isn't it? So that set is Shop Angel, and that's $11.99 today. If you're not too keen on the fibres because you don't like the texturous feel, we also have them in the film. So 2 meters of each, and this is Shop Candy. Absolutely beautiful. Look at them colours. Aren't they darling? I'm thinking water effects and things as well.
Yeah, I mean, really lovely for that. And with your stamps and stuff like that. But also just scrumpled up into resin and things like that.
Beautiful.
I didn't show it, but if you heat it round a glass jar, it will wrap round like a shrink film. And then have your lights shining through and things like that. Behind apertures, all sorts of things.
Gorgeous. This is Shop Peacock. Again, 2 meters on each of these. Absolutely exceptional. You can stamp on them, you can emboss. We was using dies with them earlier. Incredible value. $11.99. Shop Peacock. Now, another thing which is a key necessity, especially with MDF, especially with spraying, especially with doing a lot of painting if you're in a small area, even if you're using sprays,
spray adhesive, definitely,
things like that, you need to wear a mask. Be safe. You're always better off being safe. Isn't it?
And the thing is, it's one of those things that you forget to put on because you haven't got them handy, or they are ridiculously expensive.
Yes.
It's like, oh, you know, I'm only using it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Well, this time what you can invest in is 80 masks. Absolutely phenomenal. And this is only £9.99 today. Shop mask. Get ahead. If you do spray painting, if you do these beautiful arts and crafts, even resin, the toxins from resins, think about wearing a mask. Be safe, isn't it? And at that affordable price.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's one of those things that you talk yourself out of it. And it's like, but actually, you know, that could make all the difference.
A massive difference. I mean, I'm asthmatic, and I was saying before that there's some paints that I use that if I don't have a window open, it really makes me wheezy.
That's fine in the summer. You can have the window open, but at the moment...
When it's snowing.
When it's snowing or it's 4 degrees and foggy like today, it's like you want to shut the door and shut the curtains.
Yeah, and zip yourself up and just have a face. Have a face with a mask. Right, what are you going to show me? The cradle.
Yeah.
Right, hi everybody. Oh, Tracy's online, Kathy's online, Wendy's online, Lorraine. Thank you so much for joining us today. So this, look at this.
So this is all the bits we had this morning. I ironed together, and then just to iron them to get the crease, because obviously if I'd have just folded it over and ironed, it would have fused itself together.
Yes.
So what you do is you block it out with a piece of paper, because it won't fuse to that. Iron it to give myself a nice little crease.
Nice.
Okay.
You're going to make a book, aren't you?
I am.
Oh,
so I folded.
Just too clever.
I folded some paper in half. So I made my book cover a little bit bigger. I mean, I could trim that down if I wanted to, but I'm not going to yet.
But creating your own journals, things like that.
Yeah.
I was saying this morning that I've started a new journal this year. I've got 2 journals. Obviously, I've got my diary as well. But I've got a gratitude journal. And and I've also got a lunar phase journal as well. So all the different moons and the different...
I've just got bunting across of the lunar phases. But how fabulous would this be as the cover for it? Yes. So what you do is you make yourself a Belgian bind to go around the outside, because that can go around an existing book. Right, so I've put everything together, all my pages and my cover, which is
half that side, half under it,
yeah, so this is holding it open, and I'm gonna, now this is thick because I've made this really thick, but I am able, I know it's squeaking and I do apologise for the squeak, but I'm able to go all the way through safely.
But look how easy that is.
I'm not piercing my fingers, I'm not. Okay.
You're not piercing holes in whatever's at the bottom. I mean, if you thought that was, you'd have to open that, and then you would have to pierce it.
So this is how you used to, this is how I at college had to do
traditionally.
Okay, you'd have something behind here like this, and you'd be going, right,
but then you're going to have to measure all that.
You're going to have to measure, and I'm not in the middle.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Look at
in the
that
middle.
Perfection
and
every time.
Or to be able to go through that amount of layers, you need to have a little bit of oomph.
20% of secret has gone.
Why do I want to sing a song about secrets?
Secrets out. I love this. Now, if you want to invest in this cradle, this is only $14.99 today. Exceptional value. It really, really is.
Right.
I'm so excited about this.
So roughly 3 times the length of the book for this particular bind.
Okay. Now remember on YouTube as well, there are those videos in case you get lost, because we do that. We get products, sometimes they take, a few days to come through and we've forgotten all about it. You know.
And the last thing, right, I am very anti, but it's in the back of my drawer. No, shouldn't be at the back of the drawer. Should be used.
Yeah.
If you're not using it, But the great thing is with book binding is, or when you buy a paper pack,
Yeah.
and, you've used your, 5 pages that you bought it for because they're your favourite.
Yeah.
Make books out of the others.
Beautiful.
They have a value, they have a place.
I mean, recipe books, to gift these, to sell these.
Honestly,
it's amazing.
I've just done a bookbinding workshop this weekend, and it's absolutely fabulous when you're doing it. So, first of all, they're making their books and they're super proud. And then you see, not almost the penny drop, that it's like, hang on, I could do this.
Yeah.
I could do that.
Yeah.
I could do, and it's all of a sudden you get these amazing ideas. I say cards bound into books is a really lovely one.
That's a great
and
idea.
If you're wanting a little bit of a money maker, check out how much people charge for that.
Really?
Oh yes, it's not cheap. I understand.
Wow.
But make photo books.
Yeah, memory books, Nana show-off books. I love making a Nana show-off book. But I usually make an accordion one. But now I'm thinking this is a whole new ball game.
Yes, the pink one underneath.
Oh yes.
Your Belgian bind can be the cover for anything, because the fabulous thing with accordion books is obviously they lend themselves to the kids' big artwork.
Of course, yeah.
But it's like they don't have a nice cover.
Yeah, it's so true.
But you put them in a Belgian bind. So think of your Belgian bind as the one to cover things that you hadn't got covers for.
Perfect. So if you need to strengthen a book, maybe you've got your grandma's recipe book and it's really seen its time. It's got, and you don't want that to go because you've still got your nana's fingerprints on it and,
and the butter smears and things
exactly. So cover it and keep it precious.
Right.
And
also with the Belgian bind, because you have this lovely bit here, think of that like a ring binder.
Right.
So when you're attaching leaves, so you could just run a piece of ribbon all the way along there, which gives you a big ribbon, which could then tie around.
More layers.
Yeah.
That's so smart.
So think of it as a binder.
Yeah.
So that's why I thought that is such an important one, because that's if you don't have to make the book.
Yeah.
Obviously you can make a book inside it, there's no problem with that, but the idea is that it's for existing books.
Look how quick that was though. That's what's so amazing. It's ingenious, so quick and easy. But like you said, special cards that we've got over the years. I mean, I think I've still got some from like May 18th, 21st. They're in a box.
Yeah.
So I could sew them together and just have it.
Sew them together like that, nice cover.
Yeah.
Or make a Belgian bind cover to go on them. Put it on the shelf, because then you'll pick it up. And if you think about cards, so you'd have picture, picture, and then all the writing here. So you could sit and read it, and it actually focuses you on that, because you're not distracted by the front cover, and you'd be reading it. Oh, and you remember people and stuff.
That's brilliant.
And that is so important. But they go,
look at that.
Journal.
I love this. Look at this. It's incredible. I'm going to write all my crafty secrets in there about everyone. No, not really. It's ingenious though. But the
good thing is it's not subtle. We'll be able to find it. We can follow the trail and sparkle to find it.
It's so true, so true. But it's a beautiful, ingenious way of using, the texture. I absolutely adore the texture of the fusible fibres. And of course, being able to stamp in them, die cut them. Once you bind them and heat activated them, they become solid.
It's quite robust, isn't it?
It's really robust.
And I think somewhere in the front cover on the inside, there's the leaf. Is that the leaf
there?
there?
Yes. Look at that. Beautiful. And the thing is, you would think something as fibrous as this, you would need acetate over the top.
But you don't.
You don't. It's strong enough to carry itself.
But if you did want to, the book on the top shelf there.
Yep.
That is an acetate one.
Oh, so you can make it from acetate as well. Again, I love the beads. Look at this.
The only thing with beads is always remember to make sure your needle will pass through the beads.
Oh, you don't.
Otherwise you have to undo the needle, pass the thread through, then rethread it, and it just takes time. And you get bored and you don't want to do it anymore.
But look how fancy this is. Look how you could create menus. If you're doing wedding stationery.
Oh, wedding stationery, this is literally because
whole new ball game.
So you can make the guest books. You can do the little sort of almost stitch together the favours, the speeches. You could after the event ask for the speeches to be transcribed and make it up into a book which then has pockets. So it's got a bit of the confetti in. It's got a dried flower. It's got it's literally
beautiful.
Memory books are so important.
Oh, definitely 100%. But even baby books and things as well. You know, you can't get back that time.
No, and the thing is with making your own books is you can make the cover or make the pages out of the wrapping paper from the baby shower.
Oh, I love that.
Because if you look in the junk journal that's
there. This one.
Yeah. So this is literally made from everything.
Oh, you got swatches, music.
Maps.
Love
paper bags.
Oh, wow. And just stitch it all together and create.
And this is done in multi-signature. Did you want me to quickly show how to do a multi-signature? I won't be able to get much of it done, but I can show how easy it is.
Oh, shall we have a little go?
Yeah.
Let's have a little go.
So can I borrow the sewing frame?
Yes. This one?
That's the one.
It's quite heavy, you know.
It's sturdy, yeah.
But it's good because then it's not going to roll off your desk.
No, it's a work surface, really.
Yeah, or as you're using it. And remember to put this down when you're not using it.
So you don't end up...
So it's not a letter rack or a banana holder.
Exactly. We all know what happens.
I do things like that all the time.
Right.
It's so funny.
I'm not going to do the full, but I'm just going to show you how easy it is to get this set up.
Yeah.
And then I'll just do one signature, but you'll get the idea, as simple as that.
So this is shop frame, my friends. This
Okay,
is $59.99.
Yeah, so this isn't cheap, but what it can do in terms of making books is amazing. So all your bits fit in the drawer.
Yeah.
And the drawer fits.
It's an investment, though, I think.
It is. Fits underneath there. So
that
goes in there.
Lovely drawer.
So then when that's down, your drawer can't fall out and off you go.
That's clever. Can I just turn that round and show them from the opposing side? So you get your drawer on the inside there.
And you push from
the other side. There we go. And that will come out. And then when we shut the drawer and we actually close this down, look how smart that is. It's not going to come undone.
No.
I love that.
He's done well, hasn't he?
We'll keep him.
Yeah, okay.
We'll keep him.
Even if I was grating cheese for him at 5 o'clock this morning.
Oh, what, for his toasties?
For his toasties, yeah.
Everyone's jealous of his toasties.
I know,
today.
there was toasty talk.
Toasty talk. That's the best. Oh, I love that. So, are you going to invest today? Are you going to try bookbinding? Why not?
Is what are we on? 2025. Had to think there.
Oh, tell me about it.
2025, your year to make books.
Yeah, maybe it's your year of making books.
Year of making memories.
Yeah, exactly. I love this. Right, explain what we're doing.
Right, so what we're doing is we're tying some twine to these little clippy things.
Like notches, aren't they? Yeah.
Okay, and they go between the two layers of this. So you can see we've got all these different options. Sometimes I'll make a teeny tiny book, sometimes I'll make a big book, and then you just secure them in place with a multi-purpose bookbinding peg.
Okay.
Doesn't look like a golf tee at all.
That's clever.
Why reinvent the wheel?
Why?
But it makes people laugh because I go multi-purpose bookbinding peg. Is that a golf tee? Yes, it's a golf tee.
So this will be the start and this will be the end.
Kind of.
Okay.
Because so if you have so imagine this is my signatures of my book.
Yep.
I need to have a little bit here and a little bit here because I need to have a start and a stop.
Of course,
okay?
yeah.
Right, but these are the magic strings.
Right.
Okay, and they pass down at the back here. There's a little slot that these pass down behind. But as I say, you don't need to remember all this. There is I think it's about 53 minutes of me rambling on about bookbinding.
Tutorialing about it. Right. So if you are going to invest in this is shop frame $59.99
So
today.
just have them. They go down there. Now, I've got a confession. On the tutorial, I show you how Paul designed it, which is there's a special thing in your drawer that these all clip to and you can secure it. There's a slot there that holds it in place. Takes too long. So what I do is I tuck them down and just pull them out the front. But we've put it in so that you've got
people who want to do that.
Yeah, and also fine with garden twine, it's cheap.
Yeah.
But you might be using something like a nice expensive baker's twine.
Thread.
Yeah, and you don't want to
10% as gold.
You don't want to waste it. So use the bit that we've put in. Failing that, use it as a ruler.
Yeah.
Right, so what we then do is we then have to pierce all our signatures up, and we need to pierce a hole for each of the strings and a hole at the start and finish. So I'm just going to...
Would you like this back?
Shall I just quick? I'll go over there and do
it.
it.
Sure?
Save you moving
okay.
Because I
started deconstructing it in case I put something in it.
Right. So I've not measured these properly. You'll be. I know I just need 5, so I'm just going to do them roughly like that.
Lovely.
So and you would do that with every single signature, and we show you how to do it.
Do.
We show you how to do it so that all the holes always line up in exactly the right place. Okay. So we show you all of that. So you'd have all your signatures ready to go.
Okay.
Then you start with your hand on the inside. The hand does 2 things, and it's your least dominant hand. So if you're left-handed, flip your frame round and you're absolutely fine. Okay? But your hand is doing 2 things. One is holding it open so we can say where our holes is. And 2, it's actually applying pressure. So when we come to add more signatures...
It's not moving.
It's not moving, and our book goes nice and tight.
Oh, you're clever.
Right, so we start on the outside and we go in. And again, tape down or clip your little tail to the frame.
So it doesn't go anywhere.
So you don't have to worry about it. I usually use a bit of tape. I've got a clip there. Just clip it there. Don't need to worry about it. Then this is as simple as it is. We go through the hole. We go round the twine and we go back in the same hole.
Oh, wow.
So what that's doing is it's created a little loop.
I've got to look the other side. I'm excited.
See that loop?
Oh, yeah.
Pulls it tight.
Come and have a look, Soph. Look. See that?
So watch me come out of this one.
It's pulling it in.
So we go out, round the string, back in the same hole, which creates a loop around the string, and that grabs it.
That's
so
clever.
Now my signature is attached to the string.
Yeah.
And we do this with all our signatures, each of them moving up, one on top of the other, with that string joining them together.
This is ingenious, Ali.
I can't take the credit for the bind.
But I love it. No, you own it, girl. You own that, baby.
But this style of binding hasn't changed in 700.
Was it like originally monks and things?
Yeah, so when I'm teaching it, it's really funny because I say, well, this is, done like the monks, and to make it authentic, we're going to do it by candlelight.
No, why not? Yes.
But, I can bind books. It takes me no time at all to bind a book. I bet you do with
your eyes closed
I
now.
pretty much can. So, then you come out and then you close that one down, you pick up your next signature.
Yep.
Put it on the top, and you go back the other way.
Brilliant.
And then by the end of it, all of your signatures are hanging off those strings.
Yeah, all together, conjoined.
Those strings, if you look at this one, there's those strings.
Oh, look at that. But look how neat the pages are.
And that's because you've got your hand on there, and then, I've covered it, but
it's so
you can see that can you see that texture there? That's that string coming in onto the covers, and that's what holds your cover in place.
But even revamping old books.
Oh, yes.
Look at this. How ingenious is that? Look at every page.
So look how thick that is. But also, if you think how quickly you can build a book up. So that book we did with the fusible film.
Yes.
So let's think. What did I fold? 4 pieces of paper?
Yeah.
So 4 pieces of paper folded in half. That's straight away, that's 8.
Yep.
Obviously, it's double-sided, so that's a 16-page book.
Of course.
So you do a signature. So when I'm teaching, they do 24 pages. 6 signatures of 4. So that's 24 times 2 times 2 again.
Oh, wow, that's a lot of pages.
So you suddenly build up an awful lot of pages.
Of course.
And before you know it, you've got a decent thick book.
Lovely.
And it's so easy to do.
Oh, it's ingenious. So remember, this is shop frame, only $59.99 today. Incredible value. It really, really is. I'm going to recap on questions because have
we got one more to do?
We've got one. Yeah, we've only got 7 minutes. Honestly, I just get blown away with her, and I'm like this. Oh, I love it.
Honestly, I accidentally dropped a book down. And they went, should we get it? I went, no, just make another one.
I And I'm
making
like,
books.
I'm having that book later. I'm getting down there and getting it.
Carly's not back. She's fallen down back there.
Yeah, if you just see a couple of legs hanging out, it'll be me.
While you're doing that, I'm going to sneak behind you and grab something.
Oh, please. Oh, yeah, I love that. Get the nut as well. I love the nut. Okay, so it sounds madness, but you'll know when you see it. Which orchestra is Britain's oldest professional one, founded in 1858? Question 1. Pop the answers in the comment. Question 2. What is a catapult called in the US? And my son calls bras these. That's all I'm saying. It'll give you a little inkling of a 9-year-old, what a 9-year-old would call a bra.
Honestly.
It makes sense, doesn't it?
I'm more concerned how you found that out, I suspect.
Probably using it with football in it, I expect. Question 3. Which protein forms hair and nails? What do you think it is? I think it is the name of a shampoo that's out as well.
I think it is. Yeah, I think that's possibly why I knew that.
Sounds familiar, doesn't it?
It does.
We'll do that recap in just a minute. Remember to pop all of the answers in the comments, and then we will cherry pick one out of the hat at the end of the show to win. What are we winning today?
You can have one of my Belgian binds. Oh, it was going to be that Belgian bind.
Oh, yes,
wasn't it?
that one.
Undecorated.
It was the one that's completely nude, ready for you
to decorate,
to enjoy. Yes, definitely, absolutely incredible. Now, come on, woo us.
Right, so I wanted to make a little tiny book as a pendant, and I thought, I'll use it, make it out of book page so it looks like a real book. And I thought, do you know what? How cool would it be to present it in a book as the box?
A book in a book.
So I die cut all the way through a book, and then the idea is that hangs inside, and that's like the presentation.
Oh, I love that.
But I then looked at my table, and there was all those die cuts.
I see.
So I thought, I wonder what happens if I fold them all in half and bind them together into a book.
Yeah.
And you get the most amazing book.
Look at that.
So this is actually a different type of bind. This is a tape bind or a ribbon bind, still done on the sewing frame, and it's still explained on the YouTube. So just because, and this one is lovely because this is very decorative, because I did it, you can embroider, you end up with basically a weaving loom on the end of your spine. And
if you've done that as a scrapbooking book as well, what you could do is you could just tie it together, couldn't you, at the end, and it could be like a table decoration.
Yeah, honestly, just
love that.
And that was the waist. Because that was the idea, and that's how it. And this is how it all goes, and that's why my books started getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And then it's like, well, I can't use that paper; it's too small. So then I started making my own paper, which I then make into books, and we go round and round.
I've got to show you the nut because it's actually a real nut in here. This is incredible. So this is a real walnut that's been sewn together to create.
So it's multi-signature. Have you actually seen inside the actual nutshell?
No. I never got that far. There's a whole world in there. Oh, why don't I live in there, Ali?
And there should be a little potions bottle in the other end.
Oh, I love it.
But this is where you can go, and it's all done. So you can go really, really practical, make nice gifts, make them with the sewing frame, but then you can just lose yourself and have fun. And all the books.
Yeah, I love them.
There's the one with the bee, third one in.
This one?
That one, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty.
Book in a book.
A little book, look, in a book. Oh, that is majestic. That really, really is. I love that.
You can use your dies.
Yep.
All sorts of different things.
Absolutely amazing. Wasn't that phenomenal? Right, let's do the questions. Question 1. Which orchestra is Britain's oldest professional one, founded in 1858? Would
you say Halley?
I'd say Halley, yeah.
Hawley.
Yeah, it could be, yeah.
I assumed it was the Philharmonic.
I would have thought that too. Question 2. What is a catapult called in the US?
Slingshot.
It's a slingshot, isn't it? Question 3. Which protein forms the hair and nails?
Keratin.
Well done. So pop all of them into the comments, and we'll give you probably another 30 seconds or so, and then we'll pick another one. I'm just going to quickly recap on all your incredible items. So the first one was the press that we showed you how to create that precision gluing and sticking to create fabulous little notebooks.
And your paperback books, you can, once you've got it glued together as what's called the text block, you can add tape to it and put it into a normal book cover as well. That's how paperback books are made.
Absolutely brilliant. So that is Shop Press, $39.99. We've got the frame that Ali has just shown you, $59.99. Shop frame for that. Key essential, isn't it?
I know, honestly, you just would use it so much.
Yeah, definitely. I absolutely love that. We've also got the cradle, only $14.99, and that's how she done all the piercing work. I've got to show you the button. Look at this. It's a button, but it's a book.
And the cradle, if you just want to make single signature books, the cradle works just on its own. You can still make books just with the cradle.
Absolutely love this. And of course, we have got Shop Secret. Only $19.99. That's a £10 saving today. Right, who's our winner of our incredible questionnaire today?
The winner of the quiz is Anne Morris.
Anne Murray, well congratulations, my darling. I hope you've had a fun-filled afternoon with us. We will be back again today. I think it's 6 p.m. till 7. Please join us then. And, of course, another full day tomorrow at live shopping at VIT. Thank you so much, my lovely.
Glad I made it in the end.
Oh, we got there. Take care of yourself and each other, and we'll see you soon. See you later. Bye.